Hey, Bill, any words? Ryan is funny guy.
A lack of real planning. He should have had a tune-up fight first and then go into a fight with a guy like Romero. But, you know, these fighters and the promoters get turned by the money.
Rolly, which means they were trying all that they could to give Ryan the fight, but Ryan tried so little, threw barely any punches, that they couldn't even rob Rolly. But you could see they were trying to rob Rolly.
Bill Haney couldn't hold back his laughter during a live interview when asked about Ryan Garcia's surprising loss to Rolly Romero. Shortly after the fight, Bill, father of boxing champ Devin Haney, jumped on Twitter to throw some shade at Ryan, and his team retweeted, "Congrats to Devin, Rolly, and Teofimo on a legendary night of boxing, 3-0. Meanwhile, Oscar de la Hoya came under fire from fans, with one person tweeting, "I still can't believe Ryan hasn't dropped de la Hoya for putting the ring clean, no PEDs, against Rolly." Bill's tweet sparked a lot of chatter online, with many mocking de la Hoya's role in the Garcia versus Romero matchup. To top it off, cameras even caught Bill and Devin Haney laughing at Ryan's performance during the
Hey, Ryan, they're canceling the face-off. They're canceling the face-off.
Bob Arum didn't hold back when talking about Ryan Garcia's choice to fight Rolly Romero right after a long break from the ring. He said Ryan should have taken a warm-up fight, first to shake off the rust. Arum also pointed out that fighters like Ryan and their promoters often go after big paydays instead of making smart career moves, which usually leads to disappointing results in the ring.
A lack of real planning. He should have had a tune-up fight first and then go into a fight with a guy like Romero. But, you know, these fighters and the promoters get turned by the money, and they don't make really good decisions. A good decision would have been to take a tune-up fight and then, you know, then you move to a Romero or even a Haney or so forth. You don't go right in after a year. You know, look at Haney. Haney looked terrible with Ramirez because he hadn't fought in a year.
After Ryan Garcia's surprising loss to Rolly Romero, boxing legend Mike Tyson was seen sitting next to heavyweight Derek Chisora as they watched the fight. Chisora didn't sugarcoat his thoughts. He said straight out that Ryan looked like he hadn't been training at all.
We are live! Derek Chisora.
What's up, motherfuckers?
What did you think of that? You and Aaron, Mike, on the tear-up?
Great show.
Mike, what did you make of it tonight?
Great night.
What did you think of Ryan losing, Mike? What did you think of Ryan losing?
He didn't. You know what? It took a year, Ralph. It didn't look like he was training. Ryan didn't train for that fight.
You don't think so? Why?
I don't think so. Ryan didn't train. He didn't train for that fight.
No, but what did you think of Devin, out of curiosity?
Devin boxing unbelievable, bro.
You have to give Rolly the credit though for the Ryan win.
Devin boxing unbelievable.
You have to give Rolly the credit though, Derek, don't you?
Adam, fuck you guys.
What are you saying after this?
Boxing.
Post from Terrence Crawford quickly went viral after Ryan Garcia's loss. Crawford revealed, "I told Shakur Stevenson before the fight that Rolly was going to win." Coming from one of boxing's most respected voices, the comment gave even more credibility to Rolly Romero's victory. Meanwhile, Garcia's weak showing reignited a wave of speculation. Fans and analysts started saying out loud what had only been whispered before, that Garcia may have used performance-enhancing drugs in his win over Devin Haney. Now that he fought clean and looked flat, critics argue the truth is starting to show.
Devin Haney, I thought it was a little bit of PTSD, you know, with after the Ryan Garcia fight last year, you know, the whole steroids thing with Ryan Garcia and taking the big shots he took. Very, very safety first fight. If I have to compare it, I know some of you guys don't like it, then I compare myself to my style with Devin Haney, my boxing style with Devin Haney. I think we're very similar as fighters, except I had bad hands. He didn't. From there, you know, you get that. With Rolly Romero and Ryan Garcia, first of all, congrats to Rolly Romero, because he was coming in with no momentum. I mean, he had lost the Pitbull Cruz. He won the title at 140 against Ismael Barroso in a very controversial fashion when Tony Weeks stopped that fight too early and in his favor. So, you know, Romero had been coming in with no momentum really, and he was chosen sort of as a sort of a dead duck, sacrificial lamb for Ryan's return, you know? There was that footage online, though, with that sparring, and there was a little bit of footage there, and it gave you a little bit of curiosity, right? But you're thinking, all right, you know, that was many years ago. Who knows what happens now? I tell you what, there must be some PTSD there as well, because once Rolly dropped Ryan stopped trying. Ryan stopped trying, and that's the biggest criticism there. It's, are you a Hollywood fighter? You know, why didn't you even go for it? Because at the end of the fight, although the fight was very one-sided, two schmuck judges actually had the fight within 3 points for Ryan Garcia, 115-112 for Rolly, which means they were trying all that they could to give Ryan the fight, but Ryan tried so little, threw barely any punches, that they couldn't even rob Rolly. But you could see they were trying to rob Rolly, and that's disgusting.
British welterweight contender Conor Benn also shared his thoughts after the fight, saying he was disappointed by Ryan Garcia's performance. Ben called it very disappointing, and added that he'd like to see a rematch between Garcia and Devin Haney.
That's a very disappointing performance. Yeah, it was terrible.
You still want to get in there with him next though?
Nah, thank you. Thank you.
What's the conversations been like about the rematch? What's the conversations been about the rematch with Turkey?
I mean, as far as I'm aware, it's locked in for September. So,
how have you found this whole new, like, your stocks rose? Obviously, a lot of people over
yeah,
here are
listen,
interested.
it's all just noise, you know. One day they love you, next they hate you, then they love you again, you know. So I just want to get back in there and secure the W. That's all that matters to me.
When you had that moment with Terence Crawford, what did he say to you?
I can't remember. I think I've had a few.
Teofimo Lopez took a different angle after the fight, focusing less on Garcia's downfall and more on Rolly Romero's performance. He praised Romero for staying focused, following his corner's advice, and sticking to the game plan. He fought smart and didn't let his emotions take over, Lopez said, adding that he was glad to see Rolly come out with the win.
He pulled it off. He said he would. He said, you know, people would be surprised, but he knew what he was going to do. What do you think about his performance?
No, I'm very happy for Rolly. You know, sad short shot for Ryan Garcia, but hey, look, you know, don't overlook anybody. And, you know, I think Rolly had a great game plan. He listened to his team very well, you know, and before he went to the event, my father told him, just keep your right hand up the whole night, you know, and that's it. You'll win the fight. And he did that. And he looked great.
You saw what Devin did in the other fight on the card.
When asked for his thoughts on the Garcia versus Romero fight, Floyd Mayweather Sr., known for his blunt opinions and deep boxing knowledge, chose to stay completely silent. His lack of response spoke volumes and quickly caught the attention of fans and media alike.
Your thoughts on Rolly Romero beating Ryan Garcia?
All the
Do you think that the decision was right?
What?
Rolly Romero, the win.
Top was it was a fight. Low action.
Well, that's what he thinks about that fight. It put him to sleep.
To the fight, Ryan Garcia broke his silence with a short but heartfelt message. I'm really disappointed in the way I fought tonight. It was a bad night for me, he admitted. His statement was direct and sincere, taking responsibility without offering excuses. Still, for many fans, it wasn't enough to make up for what they saw as a lack of heart and effort in the ring. Garcia's own words made it clear. He knew he had let both himself